welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is going to be on this glowing bronze look. I wanted to do a full drugstore tutorial. I've had a few requests to do one, so here you guys go. I used all drugstore products for the entire look from beginning to end, and I think this look is so pretty on anyone, and it's really going to make your eyes pop no matter if you have brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. It doesn't matter. It's really just the technique that we're using in the shadow placement. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So to get started on our face, I already primed my face with this L'Oreal Magic Lumi primer, and this is a great way to get a luminous finish to your foundation with using a full coverage foundation that doesn't have a luminous finish, because a lot of times if you get a luminous finish in your foundation, then it's not going to be full coverage. So that's a great way to do it. And the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation, and I'm just going to dot this all over and then blend it in with my Beauty Blender. I would say this is my favorite drugstore foundation by far. This is one of those foundations that the longer you wear it, the more beautiful it looks on your skin. And it's great for the spring and summertime because it doesn't like melt off, it just keeps looking great all day. Next, I'm going to conceal my dark under eye circles with the Maybelline Rewind-brightener. And then I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Fair to just help conceal those under eye circles. And I'm also going to do a little bit of highlighting just around my mouth, on my chin, my nose, and a little on my forehead, just to keep the center of our face really bright and glowing. And to set my face, I am just using Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in translucent, and I'm really just dusting this on the center of my face because I do want to keep that luminous finish to the rest of our skin. So I'm just doing this in my T-zone and under my eyes so that all that product doesn't move around. And for under my eyes, I'm actually going to take my Beauty Blender and kind of swirl it in the product and roll that powder under there just to really lock that in place so it doesn't crease on us throughout the day. Now it's time to contour and warm up our skin. So I am using this NYC Sunny bronzer, and I'm going to just kind of carve out where my contour would be first on my cheeks, and then on the side of my chin, my jawline, and then just a little bit on my nose. And then I'm going to take a big fluffy brush like this and take some of this product and just blend out that contour, and also just bronze up our skin and warm it up a little bit. So I'm going to go over that contour and really buff that out. And then I'll go along my jawline, bring it down my neck, and I'll go up on my temples. Now for blush, I'm using a blush that's not going to give us a ton of color payoff, but it's going to give that nice, beautiful glow to the skin. And it's one of the NYX Baked blushes in Sugar Mama. And this really reminds me a lot of the Milani Luminoso blush, but it's a little bit more peach. So I'm just going to run that on my cheeks. And for highlight, I'm using this Maybelline highlighter in Nude. It's one of their new Mosaic highlighters, and I just love this. I think it's so beautiful, and it is kind of a pinky gold undertone. So I think this reminds me a lot of my Smashbox Soft Lights and Shimmer. I think these are really comparable, and this one's way more affordable. So you really want to highlight those cheekbones so that it catches the light and you get that really pretty glow. And I'm also gonna do the bridge of my nose just a little bit, not on my chin, and Cupid's bow. To start off on our eyes, I am taking this Maybelline Color Tattoo in Barely Branded just to prime our lid. And I'm taking this all the way into the inner tear duct. And I'm also gonna run it along my lower lash line. So the first shadow we're going to be using is Bronze Taupe from the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow line. I am obsessed with these shadows. They're more like a pressed pigment, I think, but I'm just going to take that on a flat shader brush. I'm going to do this on the very outer corner and the very inner corner. We're going to leave this whole center part of our eye blank. And you just want to pat this in so that you don't get any fallout. And then just keep going in and adding more of that product until you get the intensity that you want. I'm going to take my brush and hold it sideways and kind of just sweep this back and forth in my crease just to kind of connect the two. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and the bronzer that we used earlier is going to do kind of double duty. And this is going to be our crease shade, and it's just going to really blend out the edges of that bronze shade that we just put on there, just so there aren't any harsh edges. Next, I'm going in with this Maybelline Color Tattoo pigment in the shade Barely Brazen, and a flat synthetic brush that I just sprayed with this e.l.f. setting spray. I wanted to make sure that I used even a drugstore setting spray. So now that my brush is nice and wet, I'm going to just tap this right in the center of our eye. And this is what's really going to make our eyes pop. Now that I have that pigment on the middle of my eye, I'm going to take that same flat shader brush back into Bronze Taupe and kind of just go over the outer and inner part of our eye, just so we don't lose any of that intensity. Now I'm going to take a pencil brush in that same Bronze Taupe shade and just run this under my whole lower lash line, from the very outer corner to the very inner corner. Just some wing liner, and I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Super Slim for this, and I'm just going to do a little wing, nothing too crazy. Lower lash line, I am just going to be using this Milani pencil in brown just to line my waterline. If I was doing this for daytime, I would just leave it bare, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys your options. Next is just to pop on a pair of false lashes and a couple coats of mascara. using that same shader brush with just whatever pigment is left, and I've just popped that in my inner tear duct and then along my brow bone. And I have been doing my brows before my tutorials, and I've been using different products. So if you guys would like to see an updated brow routine, then just let me know in the comments below. So our last step is lips, and I didn't want to go for anything super nude, so I'm going to use this Pinup Peach Color Whisper. And then I'm going to top it off with Maple Blondie NYX Butter Gloss. And that's it for the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, if you guys want to see an updated brow routine, then just let me know. And I've also thought about doing a tutorial on these kind of beachy, softer waves that I've been doing lately, so also let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to see that. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye! Welcome back to my channel. Today's tutorial is on this Today's tutorial is going to be a look that is I'm going to use the e.l.f. setting spray and a synthetic brush. And I'm just going to